Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to show you guys how I edit my shorts to maximize retention so that YouTube pushes my videos out to millions of people, resulting in thousands of dollars per month. By the way, I'm Alex and I'm a 16-year-old student who makes $6,000 a month from uploading YouTube shorts across multiple channels. So if you're serious about making money online with YouTube shorts, then grab a pen, grab a paper, sit down, and enjoy the video. And by the way, guys, I've been working on something massive for everyone trying to start and scale their shorts channel to that $10,000 a month mark. This isn't some random side hustle. It's a full system I've been building behind the scenes that's actually working. It's literally the reason I'm now making more money than my parents do. When it drops, it's only opening to a small group. So if you're serious about locking in early and getting ahead of everyone else, click the form in the description and it only takes under a minute to sign up. That form gets you into a private waitlist. And honestly, if you're not in there, you probably won't get a spot when this launches. The waitlist is where I'm dropping free sauce and advice every day. Early updates, behind the scene clips on how I'm making thousands and thousands a week from YouTube Shorts, and even giveaways. It's the only place where I'm revealing what's coming next. It's going to launch privately to the Telegram waitlist first, and once those spots are gone, that's it. So fill out the form today and start soaking up the value before anyone else even sees what's happening. Big stuff rolling out over here in the next weeks. Keep an eye out on the next videos. It's going to be wild. All right, so here's a clip of mine and I'm going to be showing you guys some edits that you can do on your clips to just maximize your retention. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is zooms. So if you watch a video on YouTube, you probably don't even notice this, but all the time they're zooming in or out on the character and you're not even noticing this just because this is very natural. It really draws your eye to the main character or the subject of the video. So you can see this last clip right here is not that engaging. It's just in one still frame. So I'm going to show you guys how you can zoom in and really make it look more interesting. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the first frame of the video. Then you want to click on transform keyframe. Okay, you want to click this button right here. Where that first keyframe is, that's where the zoom is going to start. Now we want to figure out where the zoom is going to end. So I'm going to end the zoom when she's at the end of her first squat. So right here, and then we're going to click transform keyframe, and then we're going to make it more zoomed in. So now when I play it back, it's going to zoom in slowly. I think you guys can see this. So that's how you do zooms. There's a lot of different other zooms you can do. You can do quick zooms or just an abrupt zoom. So this is how you do a zoom without even having to do the zoom, if that makes sense. All you have to do for that is just click split on your keyboard and then you just zoom out. And this is just going to make the video boom, zoom out instantly. It's going to look like this. So when you want to use an abrupt zoom out or zoom in, that's when you're saying something important in the video. So let's say she drops a heavy weight or she hurts her leg. You're going to zoom in fast, or if something shocking happens, zoom in, zoom it out instantly. So that's how you do the type of zooms to really catch the viewer's eye. Since we already talked about zooms, we're going to talk about tracking, which kind of goes hand in hand with zooms. And this is how you do tracking. Let's say I want to track how she's going up and down on this squat. So what you're going to do is click on the transform keyframe and then zoom in so she's in the frame fully, like that. And then all you do is click your arrow keys. You can hold them for a little. See how she moves now? Now we follow her, keep her in the center of the frame, and keep her filled in the screen. And now you're just going to want to keep doing this. Just hold arrow, then keep zooming in and moving her to the center of the screen. And you're going to just want to keep doing that. So after that, I kind of tracked the entire thing, and this is what it's going to look like. Also, a thing you can do, let's say you add an arrow on the screen. I have an arrow right here. This is how you make it track too. So first thing you're going to do is obviously make it smaller and then just rotate it so it's almost fully in frame. And this is what it's going to look like. And all you need to do is just make sure it's on one part of her body or whatever the object where you're pointing at the entire time. So you just click arrow again. You first click transform keyframe, then you click the arrow and you just keep moving it. So I'm kind of pointing at her stomach area right now. So I'm just going to keep it there for the entire time. So just keep clicking your arrow key and then keep pointing at the object in the video. And once you're done, you can just click split and delete the arrow. And this is what it's actually going to look like. Let me show you. Do you see how it's tracking her in the same spot for the entire time? That's a really good way to boost retention, is adding zooms and tracking. Here's another example of tracking I did. I added a circle to this guy in the beginning of the video. and I kind of tracked it. You see how he's like moving a little bit to the side? It's tracking his head kind of. Another thing you can do to boost retention is to adjust the music according to the video. So let me just play this video really quick, and you can see that in the beginning the music is kind of quiet. After that, I make the music go louder where there's no talking for the rest of the video. So this is what it kind of sounds like.
This man restored everyone's faith in humanity at the...
So you can see the music is kind of quiet here, but when we skip over here, it like gets louder.
And continued helping her.
In a way you can actually do this, it's really easy. So all you do is click on your soundtrack, then you click on volume keyframe, and then you make a new one where you want the loudness to stop getting loud, if that makes sense, and then you just adjust it. So now, look, if we make like max volume, and then we make this low, you can like also drag it around, make it lower, and that's what it's gonna sound like.
The kindest people in the entire world.
That's kind of a weird example. And yeah, that's basically like the keyframes oversimplified. And all you're gonna want to do is just keep it kind of quiet when the main person is talking. And then when there's no sound or no talking in the video, you can just make it louder. Also, make sure when you are making YouTube shorts, you're looking for like popular soundtracks that everyone knows, because it just makes the video a lot more familiar for the viewer, if that makes sense. If they hear a familiar song, they're most likely going to stay for the video because they actually like know the song. Another thing I did in this video that you can probably tell that's good is I added sound effects. So you can see in the beginning, there's like a awkward moment sound effect. Let me just play it.
This man...
It kind of sounds like a cymbal or like this kind of bell in the beginning.
This man...
And you kind of want to do sound effects every time it's like this guy or like this tractor, or you make sense. Whenever you're talking about the subject or like the object of the video, you want to add a sound effect. Also, when she got popped up on the screen, I also added another sound effect
at the gym, because during this woman's workout.
Also, what you can do is add sound effects in transitions. So in this transition right here where I added a shake, I actually added a camera shutter sound effect. So it sounds something like this.
Continued helping her.
So it makes sense because when there's a shake, you want to add something on screen. Also, when something like this pops up on the screen, like an arrow, I would also add a sound effect. For this, I would use Dean. I feel like Dean is a pretty good sound effect. By the way, guys, if you want all my assets and sound effects, stuff like that, music, arrows, PNGs, all that type of stuff, it's going to be in the description of this video. You can download it. And yeah, I added the sound effect under this arrow thing, and now it's going to sound like this. That's the thing about sound effects. You just want to add them whenever there's a transition or there's a lot of motion. You can add like whooshes, or when something pops up on the screen or you're talking about something important. Also, another sound effect I would use are risers. Risers are really good because they build suspense and it just makes people stay for your video longer. What I would do for risers is put them right after the hook ends. So the hook ends for me right here at the word gym. So what I'm going to do is crop it and make this part end where the hook ends. So now it's going to sound something like this.
This man restored everyone's faith in humanity at the gym, because
so you can see when I say because that's when the riser ends, and it really builds suspense for the introduction. So make sure you guys always abuse this trick, add risers in the very beginning of your intro. By the way, guys, I have also the riser in the pack that I talked about earlier, so make sure you guys download it. Another thing that makes the video a lot more engaging is subtitles on the screen. So if you don't have CapCut Pro, you're gonna have to do this manually, which is really hard. You're gonna have to drag one text at a time and then add the word this, and then you're gonna have to make a new text box guy, and then you're gonna have to zoom in into the video and actually like make sure it's timed well. So it's gonna be like,
this man...
You see how it's synced up with the video? You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do that with every single text, which is really hard. So that's why I would really invest in CapCut Pro. It's really cheap. I think it's like $15 a month. If you don't have the money, I'm sure you could ask your parents or someone to borrow you money. It's really worth the investment, especially if you make YouTube shorts. You're gonna get all your money back, and if not, way more money. So yeah, for captions, it's really easy. You just click generate, and then let me show you the settings I do to make my captions look like this. So I go to animation, then I click on captions, and I do color bounce. Color bounce is my favorite one. It just makes the thing look engaging. I usually keep the subtitle somewhere in the middle, but for this video, I made it lower just because it's like blocking the view of her squatting. Also, a font that I like using is TT4's Trial. You guys can download it on Google. You can just search up TT4's Bold or TT4's Trial, and it's going to be there. It's fully free to download. Another thing I like doing to the text is adding a stroke. So you click on this preset style, then you scroll down and just make the thickness. I usually make it around 50 5% thickness. And that's basically all I really do for the captions, and they turn out pretty clean. They look like that. I feel like that's really clean. So yeah, guys, I taught you guys how to do zooms, tracking, make your music good, make good sound effects, put subtitles and texts on your videos, put PNGs like circles and arrows and how to track them. And that's everything I do to make $6,000 a month off of YouTube Shorts across multiple channels. And you can do that too. You can start editing. And I guarantee if you just stay consistent and keep editing and keep trying out new ideas, you're gonna grow. By the way, if you do need help growing and you enjoyed this video and appreciate all the value I give out for free, make sure to join the course because we're almost at 300 members and we're doing a cash competition right now for the month of November. First place gets $100, then second place gets $50, and then third gets $25. And it's still going. Only a couple people have actually started doing the challenge. More info on the challenge in the course, but also we provide so much value here. We do weekly calls. We have people succeeding all the time, getting millions of views across their channel, people getting monetized in here. It's only $10 a month right now. Make sure you guys join it. And we have a lot of modules teaching how to do stuff in here. All right, peace out.